let me think that she was dead? You're mean and evil, and you do everything for your...
My friend Snow has literally quit the game.
Apa mau perhatian nih? Konnichiwa.
Your own sake, Mom. Just get out. Get out of my house right now. Mom threw Grandma out of the house and gave my fake mom away to the police for lying and keeping me away from my mother all those years. Oh, honey, are you okay? I'm fine, Mom, and I'm so glad you believe me. Of course, honey. I lost you once, and I couldn't let that happen again. And I'm sorry you had to go through all that. But I promise I'll make it up to you, and I will always love you. I love you too, Mom. Once when I was 5, I was at the grocery store when suddenly I heard loud voices behind me. A mean-looking woman was screaming at my sister Nancy for taking the last toilet roll. Oh no, I knew what was coming next.
Don't you shout at her, you witch! She's gonna faint!
I caught Nancy just before she hit the ground. The woman looked shocked and someone started calling an ambulance.
Don't worry, I can take care of this.
And with that, I started rocking Nancy and singing in a calm voice.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, you're a gem, yes you are.
Everyone was looking at me like I was crazy, but Nancy opened her eyes soon. I helped her get up, and as we were leaving, I stomped on the woman's foot. Hi, my name is Mira, and I was born 15 years after my sister Nancy. And ever since I can remember, Nancy's had this crazy problem called cataplexy. Every time she's really angry or stressed, she faints. One time, a bully in the park pushed me off the swing, and as Nancy stepped forward to yell at her, she just fainted on top of her. I couldn't stop laughing as the girl screamed till her parents came to her rescue. Mom worked as a maid, and we were poor, but we were happy together. I was especially close to Nancy because she always had my back, and I had hers. Soon after I'd passed 8th grade, Nancy came home with some great news one day. She was hired as a teacher in a private school, and I could attend it for free. I was awestruck on my first day there. Everything and everything was so
No! I lost all my fucking stuff.
The girl named Lexi shrieked.
OMG, let's go outside. My parents must be here with my birthday present.
And she and her minions rudely pushed me aside on their way out. I followed them out of curiosity, and my jaw dropped when I saw a pink sports car drive up, and her parents jumped out. But suddenly, Lexi went ballistic.
Are you kidding me, Daddy? A Mercedes? My name is freaking Lexi, and I wanted a freaking Lexus with a number plate saying Lexi. Are you guys morons? You're ruining my life.
And then she started pulling her dad's hair, and he started crying and apologizing. Gosh, what planet were these people from? Well, now I was on the planet of jerks too, and Lexi was the president. One day in class, the teacher was testing out our mental math skills and asked, "What's the probability of rolling an even number on a dice?" Lexi's hand instantly shot up.
I don't know, but it's definitely higher than the probability of you ever finding a boyfriend.
As the teacher's face turned red, I felt terrible. Hey, that's really rude. Didn't anyone teach you any manners? The class fell silent, and Lexi stared at me like I had killed her cat.
You think I can't tell how poor you are? Someone like you shouldn't be messing with someone like me. That was stupid times infinity.
After that, she made it her life's mission to make
God.
me miserable. I'd find
This
sticky
asshole.
tuna in my locker, orange juice all over my notebooks, my bag in the toilet. And even though I was doing great at school and the teachers loved me, no one dared say anything to Lexi because her parents were big donors. But then she went too far. One day, I was having lunch when Lexi came over, and she climbed onto the table and kicked my plate away. Kiss my shoes, loser, and I'll make you part of my gang. We could use a nerd to do our homework. I had enough. I got up her butt when suddenly Nancy walked in and pulled her down. What do you think you're doing? Stay away from my sister. Sister? Wow, I do see the resemblance actually. You both look like some homeless people let you borrow their clothes. Nancy looked furious, and next thing I knew, she fainted smack onto Lexi with her food tray. Lexi went mental and stormed off straight to the principal. That teacher attacked me, and she ruined my limited edition Gucci dress. I'll report her to the police.
Lol, Gucci
She
dress.
has a health issue, you psycho. She didn't do it on purpose. I want her fired. Even though the principal was sympathetic, she said she had to let Nancy go. But since I was a good student, she let me stay on scholarship. I was so furious. I decided I was going to leave anyway, but Nancy wouldn't hear it. You have a chance to get a great college scholarship if you study here, Mira. I'm sorry I made things worse for you, but you have to go. With Nancy losing her job, I knew money would be tight again, and I didn't want her and Mom worrying. So I found a tutor's job and started teaching math to a couple of super spoiled brats. One evening when I was leaving their house, their snooty mom handed me a bag of trash and a large painting. Someone gave me this butt-ugly painting as a gift. Be a dear and throw this on your way out. God, why were rich people so awful? She didn't even say please. I shoved the stuff in the garbage dump, but then I turned around and picked up the painting. Nancy would probably like it, but I wasn't expecting her reaction when she saw it. This artist is really famous, and it looks like an original. She asked you to throw it away? We took it to an art gallery the next day, and the owner confirmed that it was an original. He told us to sell it at an upcoming auction, and we did. As the number went higher and higher, Nancy fainted. It was finally sold to the highest bidder for freaking $2 million. What? We went into complete shock for a minute, and then we started hugging and dancing for joy. We were rich. Some rich idiot's trash. And just like that, our lives changed. We moved into a better apartment immediately and decided to spoil ourselves a little. The three of us went on a shopping spree, got spa treatments and makeovers, had a few fancy dinners. We had a blast. To school after the weekend, I could instantly feel all eyes on me. As I put my stuff away in the locker, I closed the door to find Lexi standing behind it like a creep. And then I saw we were wearing the exact same outfit. You have to take your clothes off. What? How can you even afford this? And no one is allowed to wear the same clothes to school as me. Now, just take these gym clothes and go change. Lexi, you can bully your friends, parents, and teachers to get your way, but it's never going to happen with me. Like, ever. To make things even better, someone posted a picture of us and started an Instagram poll of who wore it better, and the majority voted for me. And Lexi saw it. She snatched all of her friends' phones and smashed them into the wall one by one. And just like that, a war had started between us. I already had better grades, and now I had just as many friends and boys around me. One time at a big football match, Lexi was busy flirting with all the jocks, but the minute I sat down on the bleachers, the whole team came running towards me. I'll be playing for you today, Mira. Don't miss my moves out there, babe. That was weird, but it seemed to be making Lexi lose it. So I blew them all kisses and said I'd be cheering them on. And when they won, they literally carried me off on their shoulders to the celebration party. But the final straw was when the student council elections came around. Usually no one even bothered against Lexi as president, but I decided to run, and I won by a freaking landslide. This is... I want to recount. I smell foul blood. Lexi, it's about time you understood that people might fear you, but they'd rather vote for someone they actually love, and that's not you. I won fair and square, so deal with it. Well, she did deal with it, in a way I didn't see coming. I've been working for months with my teacher on a math research paper for a university competition. Winning it could get me a full scholarship after high school. So when my teacher called me one evening to see that I more about the prize and scholarship I just won. I looked around at everyone in shock. And then I just snapped. Oh my god, you mean the scholarship you just bought? Mommy and Daddy's money? Because you guys aren't smart enough to win anything. Lexi snarled and attacked me, pushed me straight
forgot
into the
Bob.
principal's desk. I grabbed a bottle of ink and threw it into her eyes. As the principal screamed and Lexi's parents tried to stop her, she just kicked them. When the grown-ups finally managed to pull us apart, the principal was furious. That's it. I don't care how much you donate, sir. One more incident like this, and Lexi will be expelled. And with that, he pushed us all out. As I was about to storm off angrily, I turned to Lexi's parents. You guys have raised a monster. Can't you see she has no respect for anything or anyone? Not even you? You can buy her everything she wants, and she's never going to love you or thank you for it. For the next few days, I pretended like Lexi didn't even exist. And then she didn't come to school for a week. No one was happier than me. But one night, Nancy and I were driving through the neighborhood when we crossed her house, and it seemed pitch dark. Had she left town? I asked Nancy to stop for a minute, and I walked up to the house to look through a window. I found Lexi sitting with her parents on the floor, eating with candles on. There was no furniture. What was going on? I can't even see what garbage I'm eating. How can we not have any electricity? This is what it means to be broke, Lexi. We can't pay for things. Ugh, I hate you, Dad. I've never been born to a loser like you. It's not my fault the market crashed. You want me to put you up for adoption? Well, here I wasn't right. You're awful. I sneaked away from our house, feeling super weird. Lexi was born now? The next day at school, I saw Lexi was back, but she was cornered by the other girls from class. Is it true, Lexi? The paper said your dad is totally broke. Are you too poor to afford shampoo now? Your hair looks like it hasn't been washed in a week. Gross. I was about to walk away, but something about Lexi's tear-stained face made me stop, and I pushed through them. Can everyone please, for once, stop being a big jerk around here? You don't have to punch somebody when they're already down. With that, I took Lexi's hand and led her away from the rest.
Bro.
She wiped away her tears and stared at me in shock. Why did you do that? Why would you help me? You certainly don't deserve it, but it was the right thing to do. I don't think someone as heartless as you would do it. That was the last I ever spoke to Lexi. Her locker was cleared up soon after, and she and her parents left town for good. But I got a call the very next day from the university dean, offering me the scholarship again. No thank you, sir. I've lost all respect for you and your university, because anyone could buy you if they had enough money. And 2 years later, I'm graduating high school with honors and going off to my dream university.
Shut up. I said shut up.
Hi there, my name is Mishka, and for the longest time, I was the only girl in my whole village. Before we continue, please hit like and subscribe. This village was stunning and bountiful, but for ages, our people thought this land was cursed. Before me, no girl had been born in this village for Hello, my name is Lily, and I live in a hidden village high up in the mountains. My father was from a long line of wealthy traders. We built a huge wall around the town to keep us safe, and the kids were forbidden from going outside. Honestly, that meant we tried to leave all the time. We would dare each other to get past the gates, but there were 100 guards ready to stop us. The others laughed it off, but I was mad. My father went out for trade all the time. Why couldn't I? When I was 10, I sneaked into his bags before a trip, and I jumped out once the carriage left town. Woohoo! I'm outside with you, Papa! He screamed, and his dog almost jumped on me. Father made the carriage turn back, but he made a stop on the way and showed me a dark, chilly forest. This is the outside world, Lily. It's full of horrible monsters and bad people. As the future chiefess of our town, you have to be inside to be safe. I believed my father completely, and I raced back into the carriage. When I reached home, I told everyone who would listen all about it. Father said there are monsters with giant teeth who chase you, and it's always dark and cold. I'm never going outside again. Suddenly, I heard someone laughing at me. It was Arthur, the boy who delivered milk to the town every day. There are no such things as monsters. The chief is a liar. How dare you? Take that back. Nuh-uh. I live outside, and I've never seen any monsters. And it's sunny all the time. You're a fool. Everyone laughed at me, and I turned red with embarrassment. People started asking Arthur what he had seen, and he said there were towns way bigger than ours. There was even something called a school. Father lied to me. I demanded that he tell me the truth and let me out, but he refused. You are my princess. It's the only place I can keep you safe. His control over me changed everything. Over the next few years, I stopped being the sweet Lily you used to know. I turned into a total troublemaker. I broke expensive vases he got from his travel. But when we were away from the walls, I couldn't help but scream. Yes, I made it out. Ah! What are you doing here? I needed to get out of there. You can take me to a new town, right? Are you joking? Your father will end. Just then, loud bells started ringing through the village. Alarms. They must know you're missing. I'm taking you back. No, please. I'm begging you. If I go back, my father will get me married to some stranger, and I'll be locked in there forever. Not my problem. I'll give you all the gold I have on me. I showed him the contents of my purse, and he agreed to help me right away. Yes, Arthur's carriage raced away from my village, and I finally got to see the outside world for real. Yes, there were dark, scary forests, but they ended soon, and we reached a bright town that was bursting with people. Arthur tried to leave me in the middle of the crowded square, but I held on to him. No, you have to keep me with you. Not a chance. There's going to be guards looking for you all over. I gave you all the gold I had. The least you can do is give me a place to sleep. One night, please? He groaned and took me to his house, complaining the whole way there. I got to meet Arthur's family, his mother and his little sister Gwen. When I told them the story of my escape, Gwen and his mother accepted me with open arms. I can't believe you've never been to school. You're much too young to be engaged. You can stay here until your father sees sense. Arthur protested, but the ladies shouted him down. They even had a secret basement to hide me in when the guards came to search everyone's houses. Even though they wanted to help me, living here was not easy. Even though I wore an elaborate disguise, Arthur's neighbors noticed I was new, and they were so nosy. All of them streamed into the house to ask who I was. Is she the lost girl? The one all the soldiers are searching for? No, I'm Arthur's cousin. Arthur doesn't have any cousins. We've known him our whole life. Who are you really? I thought I was done for, but Arthur stepped in and said, she's my fiancée. Everyone gasped, and my jaw was on the floor. She's from another village. She's visiting to see her future home. She's really shy, so please, stop staring at her. People walked away, whispering to each other, and I threw my arms around Arthur. Thank you. Now that everyone thought I was his fiancé, I was free to roam around town, and Gwen even took me to school. I got to play games I'd never even heard of, with more children than I'd ever seen in my life. I was just getting used to being here, when one day, horses charged into town with my father's crest. I ran home and tried to get into the basement, but Arthur blocked the door. I'm so sorry, Lily. Sorry? For what? Open the door. That was when my father marched right into the house and caught me. His men put me into his carriage, and he thanked Arthur publicly. You must be rewarded for helping me find my daughter. From now on, you work for me. I will take care of your education and your family. Pack up your things and follow us. Thank you, Chief. I was in shock. Arthur had betrayed me. My father yelled at me the whole way home, but I couldn't hear a word he said. I was too busy punching Arthur in my head. Father locked me in my room and put guards to watch me, and the most annoying part? He asked Arthur to be my servant. I was so furious with him that I wasn't going to touch anything he brought me. I sat in my room hungry and thirsty for hours. You're being childish. You have to eat. No. I'm sorry I betrayed you, but my family was struggling every day outside. Your father offered a huge reward. I couldn't turn it down. The gold you took wasn't enough? Go away. My father was about to marry me off to some weirdo, like the richest boy in my town. Shut up with his creepy smiles. You're the future chiefess, right? You're even more beautiful than they said. I can't wait to win your hand. He gave me a flower and he leaned forward to kiss my cheek. Arthur pushed him away. Who kisses a lady like that? The guy who's going to marry her. No way was I going to marry this idiot. But my father actually agreed to his offer. He didn't even care when I said no. He has enough castles to amuse you your whole life, Lily. You'll love it. The day of my wedding was fixed, and I knew I had to run away somehow, but the days kept passing, and I could never get around the guards. There was no way out, and suddenly, my wedding day was here. An hour before the ceremony, Arthur ran into my chambers. You look incredible. What do you want? I'm freaking out. You want to run away, right? I can help you. I will never trust you. I have a plan. No one will see us. Come on. I had no other option. Arthur pulled a rope and we used it to climb down the walls. The town was empty. Everyone was in church for my wedding. We ran out of there at full speed. Arthur's family was waiting in his carriage too, and they hugged me tight as we rode off into the sunset. Why did you do this, Arthur? You just lost everything you got from my father. I felt too guilty for ruining your life. I can't live with that. I'd rather go back to selling milk. He likes you. Shut up. Arthur rode to a friend's place 2 towns over. For just 2 days, when I started hearing the weirdest news about home, people were saying that a sickness was spreading through my town. Many were ill, and some were even dying. Arthur thought this was my father's trick to get me to come back. But I couldn't just ignore this. We found some horses and raced back to my town. My worst fears came true when I got there. Our only lake was covered in algae. The water was toxic. All the fish were dead, and anyone who drank the water became severely ill. Father, I'm here. Lily, you're all right. I thought I'd never see you again. I saw the lake. We have to leave this town. It's not safe here anymore. No, we built this place with our own 2 hands. We can't just leave. We have to fix this. There was no way to fix this. I had to do something. I ran out of the castle and began to rouse the whole town to get out of their houses. All the guards were sick, and there was no one to stop me. We have to leave. You all know it. This place has kept us safe for generations, but we won't last 3 days without water. I'm going to a nearby town, and anyone who wants to live can come with me. Lily, we can't do this. Yes, we can. You wanted me to be the chiefess, right? Don't stop me from doing my duty. One by one, the villagers packed up their things and followed me. We all marched to Arthur's old town, and the people there were ready to help our weary and sick. Even though my father resisted, seeing his villagers healing melted his heart. He agreed to merge with this town, and we shifted our gold and our possessions over the next few months. It was the start of a new beginning for our people. Everyone was happier to be out of the hole, especially me. A few months after our town shifted, my father knelt before me with apologies. If not for you, I would have doomed all of our people. Yes, you would have. I was a complete fool. We are all lucky that you came for us, Lily. Can you ever forgive me? Only if you promise to trust me. Let me make my own decisions and my own mistakes, Father. Can you do that? I promise. I will. It wasn't an easy promise to keep, but he tried his best. A few years after that move, Arthur and I fell madly in love with each other. I couldn't wait to be with him and his family. But when I broke the news to my father, he reacted poorly. I can't let you marry a milkman. You're a princess. Father, remember your promise? You have to trust me. He grumbled and gave Arthur an angry hug. Hurt my princess, and I will end you. Yes, sir. Aw, you guys are adorable.
Lol. Oh, I keep thinking this is a rank match, dude.
Herbal essences gently nourishes with 90%
If this was a
natural.
rank match, then
Getting in the way of my personal life and relationships. Look, Vincent, I was used to it. I got my own home. And on the other hand, I had to go in the cycle and planning was next best thing and thinking of more over for you guys. So,
Are you really going to give them more homework? You know, more work for them means more work for you, right? Yeah, that's why I never give my students homework. And they love me. It's a win-win situation. Well, see you
well,
next
because I
time.
want to. I'm gonna get rage blade anyways. Let's go! Let's go! 24 damns, let's go.
Goodness, I shouldn't have given us so much homework.
Shirley, you haven't had your lunch yet?
No, how am I supposed to finish reading all these papers if I go for lunch? Then maybe don't give us so much
I told you so.
What's the last idiot at? I have one more ammo. Dude, my hands are so sweaty, my phone is literally covered.
I can't find
in
M14's
sweat.
timetable. I don't know what's the lesson plan for tomorrow. Aha! Wait, this isn't mine. Motoraja? What is a Motoraja?
We don't talk about that here.
I need to somehow get it with.
City comes in, wake me up real quick. Too tired to do anything. Good night.
I swear if you cover
Guy
it
never
bit.
does any work.
It's not even his desk.
He doesn't even have a desk.
He teaches PE. He doesn't even need a desk. Probably in a locker or something.
Salim, so I missed lunch and I'm pretty hungry and you are the man I should be looking for.
Say no more.
game that some students. It goes against our code of conduct and the rules of the TUC,
The what? The took?
Teachers United Council. I'm sure all of you would agree with me, right? I'll be sure to bring this up during the next council meeting.
Another one.
Thank you.
Alright guys, gotta go. Have a beautiful day. Peace out.